a wondrous tale of an adventurer at heart. It was a crisp autumn evening when John first sensed it, something off about the nearby caverns. He couldn't quite put his finger on what it was, but a chill ran down his spine as he gazed out towards the dark mouth of the cave system. The wind carried the faint scent of damp earth and decay, a smell all too familiar to those who knew its secrets. John had always been different from others. As a child, he would sense things before they happened, an impending storm, a hidden danger, even the approach of loved ones long before they appeared on the horizon. His parents thought it was just his imagination, but John knew better. He possessed a gift, one that set him apart from the rest. As he walked towards the caverns, a sense of unease grew within him. It wasn't just the darkness that loomed ahead. It was something more, something tangible and foreboding. The hairs on his neck stood on end as he quickened his pace, his heart pounding in anticipation. He had heard stories about these caverns, tales of strange occurrences, unexplained noises, and whispers from unknown voices. Some said they were the remnants of an ancient civilization, while others spoke of dark forces that lurked within their depths. John didn't know what to believe, but he knew one thing for certain: something was amiss. As he entered the caverns, the air grew colder, the darkness more oppressive. He fumbled in his backpack for a flashlight and turned it on, casting an eerie glow over the rocky walls. The beam danced across ancient formations, illuminating stalactites that hung like skeletal fingers from the ceiling. John walked deeper into the caverns, his senses on high alert. Every sound seemed amplified: the echo of dripping water, the creaking of stone, even the beating of his own heart. He couldn't shake off the feeling that he was being watched, that unseen eyes were upon him. Suddenly, a faint rustling echoed through the passageway ahead. John froze, his breath caught in his throat. It sounded like footsteps, light and cautious, as if something was trying not to be heard. His hand instinctively went to the pocket where he kept his knife. The rustling grew louder, closer. John's heart raced as a figure emerged from the darkness, small, wiry, and covered in tattered clothing. An evil hobbit, its face twisted in a snarl, its eyes glowing with malevolent intent. John reacted on instinct, pulling out his knife and readying himself for battle. But to his surprise, the hobbit didn't attack. Instead, it spoke, its voice barely above a whisper. "You shouldn't be here," it hissed, its words dripping with malice. "This place is mine." John hesitated, unsure what to do next. The hobbit seemed almost familiar. He tried to recall where he had seen those eyes before, but they remained just out of reach in his memory. The hobbit took a step closer, its hand reaching into the shadows. John tensed, prepared for the worst. But instead of a knife or a spell, it produced a small, leather-bound book. Its pages were yellowed and worn, adorned with strange symbols that seemed to shimmer in the light. "This belongs to you," the hobbit growled, thrusting the book towards John. "You've been chosen." John took the book, his fingers closing around its cover like a vice. The symbols seemed to pulse with a life of their own, and he felt an inexplicable connection to them. He opened the book, and the words within began to shift and change before his eyes. As he read, John learned that the caverns held secrets beyond his wildest dreams, ancient spells, forgotten knowledge, and mysteries waiting to be unraveled. But with this power came a price, one that John was still unaware of. The hobbit's laughter echoed through the caverns as it vanished into the darkness, leaving John alone with the book. He stood there for what felt like an eternity, his mind reeling from the revelations within its pages. Finally, he tore himself away, the book clutched tightly in his hand. As he emerged from the caverns, the wind whispered a final message on his ear: "The adventure has just begun." John looked up at the stars, feeling both exhilarated and terrified by what lay ahead. He knew that his life would never be the same, that the secrets of the book would shape him in ways he couldn't yet imagine. And so, dear listener, if you've made it this far, I ask you, are you ready to embark on a journey with John as he uncovers the mysteries of the caverns and confronts the darkness within? If so, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Comment below with your thoughts on the story so far. Don't forget to subscribe to Kitten Tech, and we love you.